What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about what you shouldn't do during the silent treatment. And that is when someone else is giving you the silent treatment. But the thing about the silent treatment is narcissists aren't the only ones who give the silent treatment. Sometimes people give the silent treatment when they lack good communication or healthy communication. And when that happens, it's because it comes from an emotional place because they don't know how to, express their feelings when they're hurt or disappointed by something that you may have said or done. So a lot of times what they do is just go silent on you. And that happens for a little while until, you know, they probably decide to break the ice by not being so stubborn and finally open up the lines of communication again. Or even if you reach back out to them. And that's okay. But the thing about it is, it's all about communication and understanding. Because if you notice a pattern in this type of behavior, as far as a silent treatment happen on a regular basis, every time you have a disagreement with someone, you could never agree to disagree peacefully, then you know that there's a problem. That's a huge red flag because that person could be toxic, may not necessarily be a narcissist, but they could be toxic, and you can find yourself stuck in a toxic situation and not realizing that this is just a pattern that's going to continue unless you decide to make the change you need to for yourself. And it's not easy to just break up with someone, once you notice that, okay, this is like the fifth time that you give me the silent treatment, throughout the relationship, and we haven't been together no more than what, like 2 years. That's not good at all because it only shows that someone is not willing to communicate, and it could be the both of you. And I'm not no relationship expert, but I've experienced enough to know when something is just not normal, and you shouldn't just have to subject yourself to it because it's something you can deal with and you're used to it. That doesn't make it okay. So what you shouldn't do during the silent treatment is always reach out to the person, in attempt to make it better. Because first of all, you don't even know what they're thinking. If anything, of course you should find out like why they're giving the silent treatment. But don't go forward with it like you're just trying to fix things. You should see the reason for them just suddenly shutting down on you. And again, you should pay attention to the, like just ask yourself, like, this is something that they do on a normal basis, or is this the first time that this has happened? Because it doesn't feel good to you, and being ignored doesn't feel good. It hurts, and some people can just take it as far as you let them. Both of y'all probably stubborn as I don't know what, and in the midst of the silent treatment, you're both only hurting each other for no reason at all. You could just sit down and talk. Now, when you're dealing with narcissists, there is no closure. They don't want to find like a common ground. They don't want that. They just want power and control. So that's why I say don't approach the silent treatment with, I want to fix this. What did I do wrong? Pleading and begging for attention. Never do that. Just kind of approach it gently, and just ask them like, um just ask them in a way that doesn't put you up to be the one who caused it. you know Ask them like, what can we do to end the silent treatment and have better communication amongst one another. you know. But don't just take the blame for something that you don't even understand yet. Because when you do that, now if you're dealing with a toxic person like a narc in your relationship, what's going to happen is that's right up their alley, and they're going to let you play that role, and they're going to suck you. They're gonna suck everything out of you that they can. They're gonna allow you to have that moment of begging and pleading for an explanation, for understanding. They're gonna let you have that moment, until you pretty much just answer your own question for them. And if it sounds good enough for them, then they're gonna just run with that. Because what they want you to do is blame yourself. They want you to blame yourself. I'm talking about a narcissist. They want you to blame yourself for them giving you the silent treatment. So that's why I say don't approach a silent treatment, in attempts to make it better by taking a blame for the silent treatment in the first place. Just approach it by asking for understanding, you know, because some people, they just were raised that way and they don't know any better. And that's normal. But what you want to do is talk to them and let them know that, we can be better than this. A narcissist, of course, they're not going to budge. They're not going to go for it. They're not going to change. But a person who doesn't want to be that way, they're going to be with listening ears and they're going to consider your feelings more. And they're going to try to understand that, yes, we can be better than this because I don't want this and it doesn't feel good when we're not talking. But again, they could be the type of person who just never, they never knew any better. So that's all they knew, you know, how to be in a moment of disappointment is just to go silent on a person. So once you talk to them and just let them know that it could be a better way, then you probably see some changes, and that's a good thing for your relationship going forward. But as far as a narcissist, what you don't want to do again, please don't beg them for attention, for an explanation. They get their kicks out of it. They may even go silent even more so on you. They're going to keep quiet even more so because they want to see you crawl behind them and beg and plead for some type of attention and a response and everything. And then soon as they see that it is frustrating you, you're going to give them a reaction. And all of that just feeds them supply, and it's just a waste of energy. It's just a waste of time, something that you don't even need to deal with. If anything, you need to focus on a more healthy communication in a relationship, not constantly trying to make things better. Once you see that that has become a pattern, maybe that's just not the person for you. But again, the narcissist wants you to think that you did something wrong. And so now you see why I got quiet. And that's just another way of them gaslighting you, trying to make you seem like you're always at fault for when they give you the silent treatment. They always want to blame you for these unnecessary punishments. So don't run behind them. Once you see that they're not trying to understand, and I'm gonna just give this quick example before I end this video. Say, for example, you're in a relationship with your partner. Y'all don't live together, but you have been planning to go, out to dinner to his favorite place to eat, and you have a sudden change of plans because something important come up, and you just cannot focus on that right now. You have to focus on a more important thing that just happened. And once you reach out to your partner to let them know, I'm so sorry, we're going to have to cancel. We're going to have to do it another time. First thing you're going to be expecting is that they're going to be like, dang, man, all right then. Well, is everything okay? And you can continue talking about it until you have to, go on and handle your business. But what you don't expect is for their partner to get upset and show that they don't understand. They blame, all they want to do is just blame you for ruining the night. You canceled our plans, so now you can't see me because something come up. And what they're not doing is trying to understand why. They don't show empathy or understanding that, something more important came up. We have time for that later. We can go out to dinner later. If you notice that they don't care, that's something to question and not ignore. But you get back to that later after you go handle your business. But don't just let it fly by, you know. But I'm going to have to continue this topic in another video. So y'all stay tuned for that. And I'm going to talk to you in a minute.